Working this time. We should be live just
Hey,
about
welcome
at.
back.
Welcome
Are
back, beaches.
we back?
Watch your language. This is a family channel.
No, did I just completely? That was the first thing I said. Shit.
Family friendly.
We gave up family friendly like 2 episodes ago. It's fine.
It was like the first episode we ever did.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. We were on a brief hiatus because I had a baby. Well, my wife had a baby, but we had a baby. So yeah, super exciting.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't care about you knowing. We are we are really excited to be back and streaming. So again, we are Dice Droppers, a group of friends sit around, play Dungeons and Dragons while attempting to not allow our dice to fall on the floor. I am your game master for tonight, and it is a wonderful session after our hiatus. Pick up where our recent group left off, Moonslivers, which were out on the just outside the town of Endsmeet, where they had been traveling for days on end, venturing from the outskirts of the wastelands, where they had recently spoken with Lord Vanderfurk to talk to them about gaining information about Blackrock and trying to infiltrate it. And in the meantime, the group had just decided to go to Endsmeet just to see if they'd be able to get a little bit more information, find some additional resources, and possibly some support before they travel back to Blackrock, seeking the information that this count is looking for. So, as the group has traveled on, you ended up finding a very nice campsite. And in the middle of the night, there was a storm. Upon waking up the next day, you had found that one of the large boulders from across this small river had been flipped over, and Salithol and Eva decided
Against
to open
my
it.
will.
No one forced you to come.
It was actually you did feel compelled to do it. So technically speaking, it wasn't against your will because you weren't fighting it. You felt compelled to open it, and you did.
I rolled to fight it, and I wasn't able to.
Sounds like a skill issue there, bud.
That's not a character problem. That's a player problem. So, Eva definitely did feel compelled to do it. And after which, you met up with your group and decided to continue journeying on as it was morning. Or you are right now on the just getting to the actual site of the town of Endsmeet. So it's around midday at this point. And you have arrived in town. So upon your arrival and getting into this town, there is a overview of kind of what really looks like. It's a very heavily dense forest town where there's a small river that just basically goes around the border of both sides. So it's just two rivers kind of connecting downward, more south, and then the other one is heading more west. So Mount Fang is not separated by a river where the town is. There is a gate that sits upon this one main road that you guys have been traveling on, where there are two guards currently sitting, resting, just basically standing up with their backs against this large gate that probably goes about, I don't even know how long. And the gate is currently a entryway to a bridge that goes over this river that will then allow you to journey into town. So as your group continues on, you get to this gate where there are two guards, both which seem to be wearing, I would say, one of them wearing chainmail, the other one wearing some plate armor. Doesn't seem that there's any formal militia. It just seems to me that they are just a couple of guardsmen that are here. One appears to be a half elf. One appears to be a human. Both have black hair, and one is brown, and one has blue eyes. The half elf is the one that has blue eyes, and they're just sitting there in front of you, both wielding, I would say, one each having long swords. One of them has a bow that goes across his chest and holding on his back, and the other one he's currently holding what appears to be a javelin in his hand. As you guys approach, they kind of slip back up after kind of resting, and don't really get a ton of travelers. Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Welcome, Warden, to you.
I would like
Alright.
to
Out
jump in
of
the
there.
air with some jazz hands and be like, "Hello."
This is what happens when we haven't played D&D very well. Everyone wants to talk to the
Yeah, it's just a very, very abundance of hellos.
It's
a
rude
little
not
more
to do the hands
enthusiastic.
back, so you know.
Yeah.
It's our cultural custom. Be respectful.
All right. Yes, of course. Welcome. Yeah, this is it's been a while since we've had some travelers coming through. Please, could you introduce yourselves to me? And I'd like to know, as in terms of your business, as to why you guys are coming into Endsmeet.
Shit, we didn't talk about our plan, did we?
Oh, we're kind of just cruising right now.
Cruising. Okay.
we weren't.
Well, I'm talking out loud. I thought we were talking.
What he means to say is that we're tourists. We're travelers. We were just kind of looking for places to visit, and we came across your town.
Looking for places to visit, and you came across our town. Well, it's not a typical town that you would just visit. It's not like it's bordering any other lands, but I guess you can visit. I mean,
I'm following some friends. This is mostly a trip for me. I'm have some friends that I haven't seen in a long time. Rather hopeful they're here. There's an acquaintance that I met. I'm rather sure he's here. And we're also looking to return a fallen member to their people.
Oh my gosh! Someone, one of our townsfolk. You found what happened?
Fell in battle from one we thought was a friend.
Oh. Well, that's pretty sad. I may I ask who it is? If it's you think it's one of our people, I mean, it's not a large town. We all know each other pretty well.
The group that we're returning to, I'm not sure, lives in the town, but adjacent. We're kind of looking around for them.
Are you talking about dwarves? Are you talking about the group of dwarves from Blackrock?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we do have a few of them. A lot of them have actually kind of just began their journey up northward, but I think we do have a group that are still here.
His name is Hormac.
Oh, you mean Prince Hormac?
Oh fuck!
Prince
He's
and Lord
so-
of
He's
Blackrock.
a prince. That's not good.
Yeah, that tracks.
Hormac,
Yeah, that sounds
Boulderkith.
right.
Yes, well, I do know that the king has headed up northward, or his father, but his brother still might be in town. I would be very mindful on how you, I guess, tell him the news. Dwarves are very have a lot of pride and don't take obviously deaths lightly to their comrades. But obviously, the more information you can give, the better. It's a good thing that you did bring the body. So look, we typically do tolls, but the fact that you are carrying the Prince of Blackrock here, we'll let this slide. My name is Noor Fordov, and here's my partner over here, Tilmac. We are just honorary guards of here at Endsmeet, and please go ahead and cross. And he kind of turns over to Tilmac, kind of gestures, and Tilmac kind of like runs over and basically just takes like what appears to be like kind of like almost like a wheel that's pretty large over on the side and begins kind of turning it. And the gates begin to open more inward. So as it does, you just see a large stone bridge that's probably, I'd say maybe 50 yards, an arc that goes over towards the town. Nora looks at you and goes, I appreciate you guys brought his body. If we see you in town, what do you go by? Your group?
We're known as the Moonslivers.
The Moonslivers. Well, thank you for your due diligence, and appreciate it. You guys begin to head over the bridge.
Yes.
First,
Oh, sorry.
good sir.
Don't worry, guys. If there's one thing Sailthill's known for, it's his social grace and tact.
Right.
Hormek's brother, the other prince, I presume. What was his name? Did you share? Or maybe we could know it.
I did not. But I mean, I'm happy to introduce you. We'll let him know your name, but so it's Hordrus.
Hordrus. All right.
Hordrus. So Hordrus. Hordrus.
Okay.
All right. I guess we'll be on our way.
Wonderful. Thank you. Tilmac, close the gate when they begin to go through. So as the cart that you guys are in begins to kind of move, the gates shut, and the cobblestone, you can hear the wheels like hitting the cobblestone bridge as you guys are continuing to go over. As you get to the peak of the bridge, you look over and you just see a very nice town. And beginning to travel inward, you begin to make your way towards into town. The scent of fresh baked bread becomes heavy in the air as you tramp along. The dark overhang and the gloomy forest, give way to the quiet houses of Endsmeet. Nestled in the forest behind old moss-covered wall, the town seems to blend in with the world around it. So it's a very heavily dense town in the forest, and it's very easily blended together. Solid wooden cabins with high roofs, open windows, open doors, just promise a comfort that you haven't felt in a long time. The village is clean, it's orderly, and there's a deep green grass that grows along the road and footpaths which lead to various doorsteps. The hedges are thick and lush in places and mingle with the overhanging branches of oak trees. Where the forest ends, the village really begins, and the village begins is confusing. A small bridge crosses the creek, which flows around throughout the town, and as you cross it, there aren't really any inhabitants that come out and watch. On the other side of the creek is a very large building called the Cocklebur Inn and Tavern. So, just to be clear, there's one like long road that you guys are going over, and you kind of veer left and right off of that. So there's probably like 7 houses, like larger buildings that are on this main road. And then the Cocklebur Inn is probably the most well-known, as it is the largest building that's easily distinguishable right as you go into this town.
Did the guard give us any indication of where Hordrus was? No. Okay.
Could ask him. Still can.
Yeah, we can ask him. We can ask in the tavern.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty important guy. I'm sure we can find someone that
Sounds like they're moving out, though. We probably should move quickly if we want to have any chance of raising a rebellion to take back the gates.
Right. All right. So
Yeah.
so game plan, everyone. Right. We had what all did we want to do here? I know Sale, you had some people you want to seek out. Is that urgent, or should we all stick together?
I can get in touch with them. From what it sounds like, they're likely going to still be here. Not really. It doesn't seem urgent to me. I can probably find them quickly. The dwarves, I think, is a shorter time window. We
Yeah,
should
I
find
think our
them.
I think our most important mission right now is to return Hormac to his brother.
Find the dwarves, secure their help. If we still have time, I'll go after the elves and see if we can secure their help. It's not a guarantee, but of the two, I think I'd prefer to work with dwarves taking back their home than elves with a ulterior motive.
Sure. And for the prince, do we plan to just bring Hormec's body to him? Do we want to buffer the news first? How do we we just wing it? That seems to usually work out pretty well.
I think we should do both. I think Ryo and I should not be the ones to tell him.
All right.
Why not?
So, Ryo, I understand that, you've been in a mangrove forest punching trees for a long time. Dwarves and elves, from where I'm from, typically kill each other in the droves. So I think an elf delivering the body of a crown prince to his brother would probably be seen as an act of aggression.
Minor
I
war
could
crime.
Get
Yeah.
what you're saying. Okay.
I mean, he liked you a whole lot better than he liked me. So maybe you have a better
Yeah,
chance.
we were besties.
That's anyway. I should not be the one to lead this topic, I feel. I think that would probably be best with Karst, Eva, or Aura.
I will say I have broken this type of news before, so I know I've done it a few times, so I could probably help, but I've usually never done it completely alone, so if somebody wants to speak with me, I mean, I have no objections.
Right. Or and I could be backup for you. It's emotional support. I mean, someone needs to carry the body anyway if we're bringing it somewhere indoors.
Well, let's find Hordress then. Hordress. I'm going to steer the cart towards the Cocklebird Inn and Tavern.
Okay.
What?
So you're headed towards the Huckleberry,
The tavern.
the tavern.
The
Okay.
Cocklebur.
So it's the Cocklebur Inn and Tavern. Okay.
Cocklebur Inn and Tavern.
Cocklebur. So Cockleburr Inn and Tavern. So really, like Ensmead is really this is the most famous like inhabitant. And that is in there. So this bar is huge. So the tavern has 4 doors actually that you can walk into as a group. So are you guys leaving the cart outside and then going in?
I was gonna go in, like have someone sit it. Does it have like a stable nearby, or is that somewhere?
So where the road is, like there are a couple steps that go up. To the right of it, you can see like there might be like a nice spot just on the outside where you could just like leave. It's got a couple like just like basically a couple fences that are like really small, just like for like putting up horses and different various animals. So you could park it there if you wanted to, just to the right of it.
Okay. I'm going to like look around. Everyone got their valuables? We don't really have a way to lock the car, so
I think I'll just stay back
What's
in. I'll
what's
stay
a
back
car?
with Cormac.
I don't know.
Cart.
No, he said car.
It's a car.
I did say car.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay back with the cart.
Okay.
And we should leave Hormac here.
You think so?
Yeah, we're not gonna bring a dead body into the bar.
I think that might ruin the vibe just a little bit.
Yeah, a bit of a mood killer.
All right, each their own.
Okay. So
Party
so
with dead bodies on the regular?
who's
Been around a lot of
going
dead
in?
bodies lately. What are you supposed to do?
I think Salafil says yes. I'm a yes. Who else is going in?
Oh, I'm
Not Ryo.
gonna go in as well.
I'll go in to look around.
So everyone sans Ryo.
So everyone except for Ryo. Okay. Who's entering first?
That'll
Doesn't-
be me, I guess.
Does it matter?
You guys can all go in simultaneously. I mean, there's plenty of room to.
I was gonna say we're all just entering.
So you open the door, and immediately you see probably the largest tavern that you have seen thus far. The tavern is large, open affair. You're really able to sit about a good 100 souls of people that are in here, and it's not as full as you thought it would be. So there are a small host of pillars that are arranged evenly around this great hall, holding up a large wooden ceiling. The walls are stone and crafted so well that the room is warm in the winter and cold in the summer, which is great. And you can see that there's a large brick fireplace that keeps that to the left of you, that really just keeps the room warm. Food that the aroma that you're getting is just full of like meats, breads, cheese, fruits, nuts, and there's different sorts of ales and different colors that are in there. Many of the townsfolk are currently residing in here, and occasionally they usually get a large group of merchants, but standing in the middle of the actual bar itself, there is a larger statured gentleman who's got a rag that goes around his waist, just covered in what appears to be beer stains, meat stains, and of sorts. He's currently holding what appears to be a pint glass. He's right now taking a rag and just rinsing it off. He's got very large, brooding, statured arms, and almost kind of like a Santa Claus look in terms of his beard and hair, but just like almost kind of like blackish and almost like faded gray silver hair on that. He looks over and goes, "Oh, we're welcome, travelers, to my Cocklebar Inn. Please sit wherever you want. I'll be with you shortly."
Are there any seats?
There are a ton. There are a couple tables. There's seats at the bar. There's probably I would say maybe like 25 tables at this place. Just looking around you, there's a lot of townsfolk. There's actually a couple elves that are here. You see a group towards the back as I begin to kind of look around a little bit more. There's a group of about 6 dwarves that are sitting towards the like top right corner of a little bit farther away from the bar, but just like more parallel towards it. There is another door that goes all the way back, which then leads to that courtyard, which then allows someone to go towards the barn or many sort of the inns that are towards the right that people stay in.
So group of dwarves back there. Do you guys want to go take a look at that? I'll find a seat, maybe chat up some elves.
Seems like a good place to start.
I'm gonna find a seat that's nearby a few elves.
I will walk towards the door.
So you're finding a seat that's near elves, correct?
Yes.
All right. So there is a table probably like opposite of where the dwarves are. That's like probably like there's like 2 or 3 elves and then like a couple humans, all male, that are sitting at like a table. So you can sit next to them if you'd like.
I'll sit next to them and I'll just like start keeping my ears open.
Okay.
Just watching the dwarves, but listening to the elves.
Okay. And then who's headed towards the dwarf table?
I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow
You're
Ethan.
typing very loud, by the way.
Yeah.
He's trying so hard not to type loud after I said it. Okay, so just you. What are who? So I got Aura and Cars.
I thought
Yeah, we're
I thought
following.
Aura Cards was backing me up. Guess
We
not.
are.
Okay. Okay, cool. So you three head over towards the dwarf table, and at there you here. I need somebody to roll a d10 for me.
Or you're leading
I'll
the
do
way.
it.
Or, sorry, Ethan.
Ooh,
You're leading the way.
me. That's a D8. D10. 6.
Okay.
I rolled a
All right.
10. Okay, well, I guess you'll take
Cool.
this. I wasn't sure if you were asking me or.
So, sitting at the table, there are currently six dwarfs that are sitting at the table, all of which to be wearing pretty similar attire. I would say there's they got these long fur cloaks that don't have hoods. All of them are wearing dwarvish helmets. All have basically silver encrusting, but one in particular has a gold encrusted one, and he seems a little bit more distinguished. And his battle hammer is currently pretty large, that he has looped around across his chest. And all of which are sitting at the table. Their ale's probably half filled up after drinking it. There's probably about I would say 30, 40 glasses that are still on there, and a barmaid comes over and she's like, "Oh, let me just get this for the rest of you." And the dwarf wearing the gold encrusted helmet goes, "Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Listen, the orcs have been passing through Mount Frank for some time. It appears that we will have to go this route to go there. We will have to deal with the orcs when there." And you hear another one go, "The orcs got nothing on us. We are pride. We'll destroy them easily." Yes, well, it's in our best interest that we keep things to a minimum. You know what lies in Mount Fang. Yeah, well, that's just legend, sir. We can't obviously think that that's gonna happen, Well, it's better safe than sorry. You know that weird things have been happening. Belagos taking our lands. Frickin' Cairo Antons ruling over everyone, thinking in his prideful spite on all of us. They all spit on the floor. We'll be getting it back once we found the allegiance of the dwarves. All of us will fight back and take back what's ours. And everyone's like, "Yeah!" And they slam their drinks down. As they slam down, your group comes over and it was like, "Hey, you with the pink hair.
Yeah.
State your business. Why are you eavesdropping on us?"
Oh, sorry. I was just waiting for a moment to kind of join in on your conversation.
Makes you think you can join in our conversation, human?
Because Chiranton's an asshole. And then I spit on the ground.
I like this one. I like this one a lot, sir. But you just meant just step forward, human. I'll give you a moment. I'll listen to what you have to say.
Well, I, for one, am sick and tired of...
Barmaid, I need another drink. Please bring another round for the rest of us, including our guest here. Oh, and by the way, your two friends don't need to stand back. They can step forward, too. They are allowed to listen to this conversation.
I do want
to... Don't think I'm an idiot here.
Let my armies be the rocks and the trees and the birds in the sky.
Wait, does he take his drink shaken?
Suck it, Trebek.
Sorry, I had to put that picture in the chat. It's a good impression.
It's just Sean Connery.
Well, that's why I said it's a good impression.
That's exactly what Prince Hordress looks like.
Sean Connery.
Good old Sean. Gotta love him.
You have a social encounter.
Hold on. Sorry, something weird just happened.
He has to find
Oh, wow.
He has to find a Photoshop picture of Sean Connery.
Sorry. My computer was whacking out for a second. Cairo Anton has been terrorizing our group for.
Here you go, sir. Then here's one for you, one for you, one for you, one for you. Oh, so sorry. And she points her. Oh, one for her too. She hands you one, Eva.
I just pick it up and I'm just holding it for now, and then I'm like, as I was saying, Cairo Anton has.
Yeah, it's a great drink, everyone. Yeah.
Cairo Anton has been terrorizing our town for years, a few months now, and he has been really just trying to basically kill us. I'll be just honest. He's been trying to kill us for a while now, and I'm sick and tired of how he's treating all of the people. I'm sick and tired of how he's treating you, and I think that he needs to be taught a lesson.
How do you know how he's treating us?
Well, are you in your original town right now?
Clearly we're not. I'd be
Huh.
mindful what you say, human. Oh,
Just-
no. Gran. Relax. You see this, like, what appears to be, he as he made eye contact with you, he's got probably almost like 100 scars on his face, battle scars. You can tell that it's been like
Is it exactly 100?
acid damage, lightning scars, freaking, like, part of his face is like kind of like lower than the one. It's like a bad Botox job. His nose is like scarred horribly. Part of his top ear is missing. He is just like the most rugged, beat up, scarred up dwarf ever. And just the menacing look he gives you with the comment you just made is like, be mindful of what you're saying about our land.
Is this Hordress or is this someone else?
No, this is Hordress's one of his guards, one of his men.
His name is Penis Butt.
His name is Gran. Gran.
I was close.
Granny.
Easy now, Gran. She meant no disrespect. So, you have a vendetta against Cairo Anton. Seems that we have some shared interests.
I could say
Are you
that.
three prepared to join the cause and take him out?
Do my ears hear the cause? Do I hear him say the cause?
I'll say roll a perception check with disadvantage. You're a little bit far away, so I'll go ahead and you have to roll a perception check.
It's just the fact that that's also the name of the. Oh no! That first one was really good. The second one was not. 10.
You don't hear him say it at all.
Okay.
However, the group near you, they are talking about the cause as well.
We'll come back to that later.
We'll come back to that later, though. So he poses that question to you, Eva. What do you say?
Well, I need to confirm with my group first, but I think that we work better in numbers.
And how many numbers will you be able to bring to us?
Well, we were going to bring 6, including myself. And I don't know if you want me to tell you this more in private place or not, but
Speak up, human. I don't have all day. We have battle plans here.
I know that this is Hordris, right?
Right, and
Okay.
he's not trying to be rude. He's just saying, like, don't be afraid. Just speak your mind.
Okay. Okay. Your brother Hormac was.
Hormac, he's still alive? Where is
No.
he?
He's not alive. He was killed in the line of battle. I'm very sorry for you.
How do you know this?
Because we have his dead body.
What?
What a way to break the ice.
You
have
have
his,
his
you have his corpse?
We thought that we should bring it back to you because we didn't feel right leaving him there. And
how'd you know I was here? It's not like you were here for Blackrock.
Hormac told us that there was a group of dwarves that escaped to Mount Fang to build a resistance, and we were coming here to give them back.
A bird
I say
flies in
that.
the distance. Cormac was the one leading us.
We'll let that slide, considering it's been a little while. So yes,
I really forgot. I was like,
Cormac told you guys. Cormac had told you. Well, I told the group about
You were
this. They
following
said
him,
he's
yeah.
building resistance
And-
here at Ends Meet, so you can.
Yeah, this would be the part where Aura and Karst should speak up and say something.
So we'll say that you, just for
Yeah,
the sake of
I
this,
yeah,
that
I
you
will
convey
I'll
this and
just
goes,
relay the information.
the other 5 dwarves kind of stand up. Gran in particular does, and they're like, "Sir, what do you want us to do?" Otto. Yes, Cormac. What do you need?
Hormac?
Here's a few platinum pieces for your trouble.
He's alive!
What trouble? He takes out his battle hammer and just slams it down into the middle of the table, just splintering it in half. As he does, just all of a sudden you hear lightning, just like it'd be like static almost, come like shooting out the sides of it a little bit. And he goes, Gran, send a raven up north. It is time that we take back Blackrock. Assemble all 5 dwarven armies. We are going to take it back for what is ours. Ben puts it back there. Gran nods his head, goes out with a couple of the other of his men. Prince Hordris looks at you and goes, "Thank you for sharing me the news. I can see it in your eyes, and you 3, that you're being honest, and that you are friends. We will give my brother a proper dwarven funeral. Tonight we will drink until we cannot see straight. We will wake up with the greatest hangover of all time. And then once my army arrives, we will take back Blackrock with what is once ours."
As he finishes speaking, I'm gonna chug my entire ale.
Karst nods approvingly.
I pat her shoulder.
and then I'll slam it down on the table and I'll let's
Now.
do it.
Gone. Table's gone, Eva. Table
What do you
is
mean table?
matchsticks.
Did you not hear me say about that whole thing? He literally took out his warhammer,
Yeah, I-
He's
destroyed
standing on a
his
shard of
table.
table on the
I-
ground.
Then I slam it on the ground. All right, I forgot. Okay, I missed that part because I was writing something
That
down.
You see,
Oh, why
as
did
he's
you
slam,
go?
this commotion is ensuing. A lot of the townsfolk are kind of like, all right, finishing their drinks. Like, Otto, I'm gonna pay my tab. Yes. You get back to work. I think now's a good time. And like, pay off their tabs and head out. Otto's kind of like, all right, well, thanks for at least giving me some money for this. Really appreciate it. The elves are still there. As this is happening, Sealithal, you are currently sitting at a table nearby. A barmaid has brought you over a drink and some food, and you overhear the group of elves saying, "Yes, the cause. It is." In his male voice, saying, "Yes, a lot of the cause is your journey towards this area. It's only a matter of time when we'll be able to strike."
I'm going to say in Elvish out loud, "The foolish tongue is the one that speaks too loosely."
Oh. Foolish one. Please, come over. Sit down, have a seat.
I'm going to stand up, turn around, because how long has it been like in the conversation with them versus mine?
They you don't
Assuming
know how
that,
long
like-
they've been there, but you can tell they've been in deep conversation for quite some time. As
Sorry,
he gestures over to sit down, 3 of the elves stand up and begin to take their leave out the door. You don't notice their face or anything.
Okay.
They're being very stealthy.
I'm going to sit down. See, is there a spot that I can sit where I'm like looking at the
Yeah,
person
you can sit
who's
across. You
speaking
can sit
and
across from him.
still seeing like the dwarves in the background?
You could sit to the right of him, and you'd be able to
Okay.
do that.
I'll sit down and continue speaking in Elvish. I've heard quite a bit about this cause, but yet I still have no new information about why we're here. I was told to meet, to congregate, take back what's ours. But what's ours is back in Trolloc. Why are we here?
We're here because, and this is all in Elvish, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We're here because an archer is as good as the amount of arrows he or she has in their sheath. We need to build the resistance higher. There's not of us elves that can really capitalize on the job. We must build a greater resistance. Please, let's talk formalities here. My name is Valtrios.
Valtrios.
Yes.
Say that
Valtrios
again.
Trestrondil. But don't worry about my last name. Just call me Valtrios.
Okay, that's good because I didn't hear it.
It's a long last name.
It's as long as a Yu-Gi-Oh card. That's how long
Hey,
his last
Thara.
name is.
I am from Viseria, but I dwelled in a city just outside the Forbidden Forest of Adavan. Clearly you know that, well, about the situation at Trolloc, correct?
I'm aware.
Well, right now we are probably at 50% strength for us elves. And as many know, the cause is something that we all want to have happen and unfold. The cause just doesn't end with Trolloc. The cause is something greater, something more. It's peace, stability within the realm. And I'm sure you, of course, know what is happening out west. Especially in Jatara. I'm sure you've heard the news out there.
I've been closer than many, I would say.
Really?
I watched
That
the
piques my
city
interest.
fall.
Yes. Well, then I am sure you're aware of how the stars are reading as of late.
I've never looked.
Evil is now going to overtake this realm. That was once summer is lost, and winter will come. And unless we strike before winter, the cause will mean nothing. The land will be forsaken to us. That is what the stars say.
Then we should strike back against the coming winter, should we not?
Oh yes, young Health. And you can tell he's a lot older as an elf compared to you. If it were that easy. You know that ourselves are a dying race. You know that our means of survival are of utmost importance, which is why we have the cause. Trolloc is our only option to get back on the trade route, to build that resistance.
How many arrows from the quiver of our strong archer do you think it would take to kill a dragon?
Dragon. Wow. It's not just about how many arrows, but also the archer. I would say for someone of your stature, someone who's not as, well, in the nicest way I can put it is someone who hasn't had as much battle experience as some other elves. And please know that this is the nicest in intentions and the honest of intentions. I don't mean to offend you. I would say someone who's lived probably a couple 100 years, maybe 10, 15, possibly. Then again, being aided by others would help. But if we're just talking elves, I could think about maybe 5 or 6 what might work. They're just very hard to find nowadays.
I'm in town with a group that I have attached myself onto. We're known as Moonslivers. We're better known in Datara. I haven't been home since I've been with these people. But we've developed a bit of a hostile relationship with the dragon and rider that currently live in Blackrock. We are aware dwarves and elves do not normally get along. But should the dwarves solidify their perch on the mines of Blackrock, and a reconciliatory gesture be given, what greater strength would there be than 2 foes united against the coming storm?
You've given me much to think about, young elf. I don't have that answer for you now, but I do know that our race hasn't had the greatest relationship with dwarves. But as someone who is, considering everything, it might be an option for us to look into, all things considered. But our pressing matters come first. As this happens, you hear a loud thud and the door swings open. You recognize a Goliath that resembles the exact person that you let out of their jail cell, Visir.
Oh my god, I forgot about him.
Vistir.
Yeah.
I'm going to take
And he
out
goes,
my tinderbox.
he's like, hey Otto, is Veltrios here. Yeah, Visteria, he's over there talking to I guess a new patron or whatever. And he looks over and he goes like, "Yeah, Valdrios, wait a minute. I remember you.
I remember you as well. Valtrios.
Zalithel, right?
Indeed.
Zalithel's Visteria. Hey, Otto, bring her around for us. This is great." Visteria, calm yourself. How do you know this? How do you know this elf? Ah, well, he saved me. I was held captive actually in Nikarovex for quite some time, and he saved me from there. Didn't you kill a god and ransack their food supply and make your way up north? Well, yeah, I mean that was kind of overdoing it. I mean, I was raging, but hey, I had to do what I had to do. Yes. This is so crazy, Zalithel. I didn't know that you knew the cause's leader.
I've recently made introductions. Well, can I see like the rest of my group? Have like the dwarves done the smash?
Yeah, you hear the slamming of it. Everyone kind of looks over. Dwarf is talking to Eva very closely, and you see that happen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just when like everything looks like it's wrapping up, once my group starts leaving, I'm going to do something. But for the moment, I'll continue the conversation.
Yeah.
I've made introductions. I was glad that you were so forthright with your information about where to meet you to come see you again.
Yeah, well, it's not every day that you trust a stranger to save your life, and I figured if you can make it this far, you might be a worthy person to join our cause. So, Valtrios, see you a member yet? I'm not sure. He's given me a lot to think about. And Visteria, to be completely honest, you've given me a lot to think about as well. You know you're not supposed to let others know that I am the cause's leader. Oh yeah. Sorry, Valtrios.
Can I say in Elvish once again, the foolish tongue?
And kind of looks at you and just kind of is like, gives you a little nod. He goes, Visteria, why don't you ready our supplies? We have much to do tomorrow. Yes, Valtrios. Well, Zalithel, hey, great seeing you. I'll be hope we can catch up soon. I know that tonight, the tavern gets really, really packed. It's a lot of fun.
If I have time, I'll come by and get a drink with you. I'm sure. I'll reach out my hand.
He like grabs it really, really, really hard. Oh, sorry.
As I feel conversations wrapping up, I'm going to take out my tinderbox. I'm going to strike some flint or like some ash, just like dust on the table till it's a small pile. I'm going to take my signet ring, press it into the signet ring of the House Cathara, press it into the ash so it leaves an indentation, and just say, I only ask a few arrows. And then I'm going to follow my group out.
House Cathara. Interesting.
That was cool. I liked that a lot.
What I said or the whole thing?
The entire thing. That was so fun. That was so cool. Okay.
Yeah, so that was like something that I came up with, is like they refer to some of like their archers and elves as arrows. I'm just gonna spoil it for you because it's just way too cool for me not to share. It's so cool. It really is. It's
Deafen yourself. Deafen yourself. Do it now, Chris.
Whoa. I don't want to hear it. It's so cool. I don't want to be spoiled. It's so cool.
All right, I'll wait.
Lawson, you have a problem. You love to spoil things so much.
I have so much cool lore, my players need to know.
Okay, cool. Well, this is just something very minor compared to like what it is, but
Still.
it can be explained later.
It's
I won't do it now.
I don't want to know.
All right.
Okay.
So, you present down with the rest, and you begin joining the rest of your group. And as you walk closer, Aura, you notice because you're standing more back that Saelithal is beginning to approach, and you are aware about the dwarf and elf kind of thing. So, what do you do?
Gives a thumbs up. We did it. We didn't mess up.
Kind of one of these like.
Yeah. And I'm also like looking at him and then looking to Vestier like, the guy. We got present.
I think I'm
He's
too
gonna be
invested in
here.
the conversation to notice him walking over, so. If he walks over, he walks over.
Hold on, I'm just trying to write down like some of the absolutely baller lines Valtrios dropped.
It was, and let's just put it this way: that's probably the most badass elf name that I have ever read on a name generator ever, and I was so happy when I found it. I was like, Valdrios.
It was so awesome that he cut out.
Discord couldn't handle
It's
it.
like it's like Voldemort. He can't say it.
Yeah, Vistier got killed for saying the name.
Well, Vestier was like, "Oh, I didn't know you know the guild leader or
Yeah.
the cause leader," and it's like,
Like,
dude,
what are you doing? What are you doing, Vistier?
Vestier is kind of stupid, smart but stupid.
But yeah,
okay.
if like I kind of just want to be like a part of the crowd, and then like kind of just slip in the back of the group while like as things are kind of leaving, as like the group is kind of exiting, like not really conversation anymore, just everyone's leaving.
Okay. So as the group comes, Prince Hordrus goes, notices that you come towards the group, and Aura is like, kind of gesturing. He's like, Eva is that one of your comrades?
Eva,
Sorry, say that again.
Eva, is that one of your comrades?
Yes, but I swear to God, I swear that you won't have to talk to him at all.
Pushes
I
you
promise.
aside. You. State your name.
Lokethara.
You were with this group when my brother fell?
I was running through several 100 feet of woods trying to reach him before he fell.
Thank you, Elf. Or should I say
wish I
Sailor?
was there sooner.
Or should I say Sailithal? Thank you.
Picks you up, slams you into a table. I really thought that's what was going to happen. He was grab your.
Never trust an elf. No. He says, you will also be drinking with us tonight. Now, you said there were 5 of you, Eva. This is just 4. Where is your 5th person? And now we pan to Raya, who's currently at the cart with a dead body.
I have squatted down into a cross-legged position with leaning against the cart, and I have a stick and a leaf that I have been making a flag with.
Forgot about that shit. Stupidest game ever. So funny.
What was it called again? What was it called?
Stick leaf.
Stick rock.
Stick rock.
Who wrote it?
Stick rock.
Stick rock.
I thought it was flag rock.
Flag Rock, maybe. Yeah.
Because it sounded like Black
Weren't
Rock.
you were trying to hit
Flag
the other
Rock.
you were
Flag
trying to
Rock.
hit the others, so you would make one, another person would make one, they would try to hit the other one down, right? Is that
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the game was? Okay. So
It was
Ryo, have you made one that's like far away, and are you throwing rocks at it, or like what are you?
Uh, I'm currently making a flag.
Okay.
I'm not throwing any rocks.
Flag.
As you are, there's a small little girl that is just right next to you all of a sudden, with long blonde flowing hair, almost like glistening silver, pointy ears, definitely an elf, and very light green eyes that are just absolutely beautiful. And she has the most innocent look on her face, and she goes, "What are you playing?" And she's wearing just like a white gown. "What are you playing?"
It's Arya.
I'm playing a game called Flag Rock.
"Wow, this sounds like fun. Can I play?"
Do you like to throw rocks?
"Well, I mean, if we're not throwing them at people or animals, yeah, sure. I like throwing them in the lake and watching them skip across.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Do you
What's your
like?
name? What's your name?"
My name is Ryo.
"Wow, Ryo.
What's your name?
Oh, well, my name's Petal.
Petal.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah."
Do you want to make a secret handshake?
Yes, that'd be so much fun.
Okay.
I do feel like I'm repeating a lot what my daughter says, so anybody who knows my daughter, please don't be mad at me for doing that.
I make a fist and give her some knucks. And then
Cool.
we go back in and we both like stick our hand underneath
Oh, that's fun.
and like high five.
So boom.
Mhm.
Ooh, that's a fun one. So nice. So what do you got? What are you doing here?
Guard in a cart.
Well,
What are you doing here?
oh, I'm here with my family.
Where's your family?
I don't know. Probably getting stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. So how do you play this game? Can I make a little castle too?
Sure, go ahead. So you make a flag. Just throw the rock at my flag. Over.
Oh, cool. And so she makes another one. She kind of starts playing with you.
Sure, roll the hit.
Tells the kid to roll the hit.
What is it? This is a D10 roll, right?
How the hell do you play?
It was a funky roll.
Like,
Was
Because
very
we had like a
funky.
why are you
D4,
the
a
player
D6,
telling the DM how to
D10.
roll?
I was told that I
wait.
need to be playing with my dice rolling, so now
Wait,
we're just
what was-
rolling the
no.
hit.
Because didn't you wait? No, you said specifically you were like roll like a D12 or like a D10 or something because you like we never used that die.
We never
Yeah,
so
no,
you used
We
that.
Yeah.
don't,
It was-
and I
you were
wanted
very-
to
you were
use it, but
very,
you guys all yelled at me about it.
Okay, so you have to use a D10, and the way it's played is that you have to roll a 6 or higher to hit.
Or like,
There.
Your
or
D12.
like evens or
And-
odds. Like evens or odds. Like
Ooh, I
odds,
like that.
the flag, you don't get anything. Evens, you hit the stick.
So you roll
And
any
then-
die you
Yeah.
want.
And then you roll damage on the D4. And like each flag has like
Ooh, and the
Yeah.
D4, it only has 4 hit points basically.
Yeah. And I would like it to be the D12 instead of the D10.
Okay,
I think
D12.
Oscar and I are having the same thought. We're making this so more complicated than it needs to be.
I am writing down the
trying to
rules
not
so I
make
don't
it a
forget.
D20 game.
I'm just
Okay.
looking at Oscar and he's like, what the fuck are we talking about?
We're trying so hard to make it not another D20 game because
Thank
she
you.
hates that.
Okay, so
D12 and D4.
so Petal rolled a 7
Wow, you hit my flag. Good job.
and rolled a 4.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
wow.
it's destroyed. My turn.
Wait, but I don't
11.
understand. So like, if I hit it all, don't I win?
I wanted to hit your flag too.
No,
And I
see,
rolled a 1. So I threw a
There's a
rock at
thing
your
called redemption
Yeah.
from
A
beer
one's good,
pong.
right?
Petal, it's like beer pong.
It's like beer pong.
If we both knock it over,
If
we
you
get
guys want to,
more
okay,
flags and we stack it on top of
if
each
you wanted
other.
to play the game in D&D, it's very easy. You roll a D20 and you have to roll a 10 or higher. If you do, then you roll a D6. And you have to roll a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. So that's the only way you can make the cup. So you have to roll to make a cup, and then you have to roll to see what cup it is.
I'm playing beer
And that's
pong
how you
with
play.
the next
It's
session.
very easy.
We are absolutely doing that the next time we're in a tavern.
I am playing
to
beer pong.
somebody.
I'm playing beer pong with
I-
Eva.
I wonder if a DM thought it would be so much fun that there might be drinking games with the dwarves at a tavern, possibly.
Isn't beer pong played with 10 cups?
No,
You play with 6, 10. You play as many
Okay.
as you want.
It's okay.
So I was gonna
it's
say
okay.
we would roll a
Okay,
D10.
We're doing celebratory drinking because Hormac died. We're gonna play beer pong. It's gonna be
Yay!
So-
Yes!
We've gone so off the rails. So
She's explaining beer pong to the child.
Ryo, did you? So you threw it. You missed, right?
No, I hit it.
She hadn't rolled yet.
You hit it. Roll for damage.
And I rolled a 1. So your flag is still standing.
Oh yay!
So you
Do it
won.
again. Do it. Thanks. Well, it was nice meeting you, Ryo, but I gotta go.
Nice to meet you too. Petal?
You hear everyone come outside, which is Prince Hordris and everybody, which immediately catches your attention. You look left and you look right, you look around, and you have no idea where she went.
Okay. I don't think anything of it.
This is totally the girl that I grave robbed.
You look down. You look down. And you see in the ground a smiley face. And around the smiley face is it's like petals from like just a regular flower with like a circle and petals, but then the circle has a smiley face in it.
It's nice. I wonder when that got there.
Didn't the fucking grave say like "rest easy, my flower"?
Little flower.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is
Fuck.
totally the girl I grave robbed.
We're so screwed. We're so screwed.
Like as soon as like it's like, oh, little girl popped out of nowhere. I'm like, oh fuck, this is the ring girl. It's the ring girl.
As Prince Hordris comes out, he sees Uriah that's sitting on the ground. So this one over here is with you guys?
Uh-huh.
She's more of a secluded elf. She doesn't really know much about detentions.
That's
Hormac
all right.
likes her a lot.
I stand up and walk right over to him and say, you must be Hordras.
And you are?
You. My audio's not working?
That's better.
I saw your mouth move.
Yeah, I think it was just tilted down, just kind of a little off. It's all good.
Okay. Nice to meet you. Again, I'm unreasonably close.
Eva, can you
Doesn't
please tell
have-
your friend that she could back away a little bit, please?
Ryo, generally, like,
I put my arm around him and start walking him towards the cart.
Ryo, foot and a half. Ryo, foot and a half. No, Ryo,
And
Ryo.
again, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Is it more of like
And-
comforting, or is it like happy, or is it enthusiastic? Like, how are you?
No,
Why would it be
my demeanor-
enthusiastic?
I'm
Ryo
changing
was very
my
enthusiastic.
demeanor to like more of a
And this
hug.
is your dead brother.
Okay. Ryo's very
Feel the
enthusiastic. And I would have put it past Ryo to be like, yeah, he's dead in the back, but it's okay. Like, so yeah, you put it around. He's like,
Show me dead brother on the board. Good answer.
thank you. That's not necessary. Appreciate it.
I give him
the
a
bo-
hug mat.
the body is wrapped. The body was wrapped, correct?
Yeah, with Shaw.
Yes.
Yeah, we wrapped it before we put it on the cart.
The body was wrapped and put in the cart, and was just wrapped in a cloak. When you guys open it and you look inside, there are flowers with black petals, that are currently with like black, like almost like green vines that go around. It's like just around like basically the area, towards the torso, but black flowers are there, and Hormac's body is there, and Prince Hordris looks and goes, How did you guys
New.
let Gran know that we the things are prepared already? These black flowers are from Blackrock. And they grow, and they're a weed that grow within, well, the mines that we mine through. I don't know how you obtain this.
I don't know how we obtained this. I look a little confused.
I wonder if it was from the girl named Petal.
Hordress, would you permit me to see if he had a pouch of seeds on his body?
It's not possible. These are weeds. They're only grown in the very depths of the mines of Blackrock. There's no possible way that this can be grown. The weeds come out, they only last a few hours.
I'm going to take my hand. I'm going to place it on Kar's shoulder. Then it's a blessing from Seluna.
Must be. Hormac was a good man.
So, say Luna.
Isn't that the name of the god?
It's Luna. Goddess of the Twilight.
It's UA.
Well, it's Selune, but
Selune.
Selune. People pronounce it different things.
Did nobody appreciate my joke? Come on.
Yeah,
I prefer
Seluna.
the lesser
Yeah.
word.
Selune, yeah.
So as you guys are saying that, Prince Hordris and his fellow companions give me 1 second. I have to look something up real quick.
While you're waiting,
Yeah, maybe.
let's go over a few things about Lawson's life.
Let's dox him to the internet.
His credit card number is
Fortune. I know I can't do it.
His social security number is
7.
7.
It's
That's
just my
it.
locker combination. It's all good.
I want to whisper to Aura. What's the birds?
That's a really good whisper. Holy. You whispered so good, even the stream couldn't hear it.
I was just gonna say that, man.
Okay, I'm gonna say in a whisper voice. Hey, Aura, how do you think those petals got there? Do you think it was the birds?
I don't think it could be. He said it only lasts a couple of hours. Have you seen any birds recently?
No, I was just playing some flag rock with some girl that appeared out of thin air.
We don't hear that, do we?
She's whispering.
She's whispering.
Was
Damn
she
it.
like young?
I want to know what I know out game, in game. So bad.
Was she like with her parents or
I just
alone?
wanted it to be like a ruh raggy.
I couldn't hear that. You kind of cut out.
Her parents were shopping, apparently.
Huh.
All right. So anyway, when you say that it's Selune, Prince Hordris goes, no, our god is Clangeddin Silverbeard, the
Is
dwarf deity of battle.
is what?
Clangeddin.
Clangeddin?
Clangeddin Silverbeard,
Okay.
the dwarf deity of battle. That's legitimate.
I like that name way better than Voladros.
Voltros.
I like that name way better.
Clangeddin.
All shout
Clangeddin
their
Silverbeard.
Clangadang, clangadang.
Clank, clank, clank.
Clink, clink, clink.
I have
So,
dwarf god of battle.
deity of battle. Yep. Good, law, strength, war, and dwarf. Those
I
are
apologize.
he's a deity, lawful good deity for all those things.
Karsta attempted to bring him back, and while it did not, the soul did not settle, it restored his body. I figured it was the same set of magic. I apologize.
No, it's okay. You wouldn't know of that anyway. Dwarfs don't really talk about their deities that much. Just someone who we worship. His comrades take the body. We are approaching time, so I wanted to ask you guys. I know there's probably a bunch of things you guys want to do in town. Are you guys going to stay with Prince Hordris in preparations for the funeral? Or do you guys want to do a couple other things before the funeral?
I don't really have anything I have in mind. Salafel might want to go and meet up with his buddies for a second.
Mhm. It kind of depends on the timeline. Like, if
Right
we're
now, I'd say it's like early afternoon.
early afternoon, I'm like, all of the drinking is going to be happening in the evening, but like, I kind of have dual commitments. I double booked my party with both the cause and the dwarves. So
Yeah, but it's your job to tell like the cause that the dwarves are like gonna work with us.
yeah. So I think I'm going to start the night with the dwarves, and eventually find my way to the cause to like let them know deal has kind of been struck. See if Valtrios is okay with sending a few arrows, and then we'd head back to Blackrock probably to get support for that as well.
So just to be clear, you guys are going to help with the funeral preparations. Stay with Prince Hordris for now. Then the next day, as you know, he's waiting for certain things because you know that he's going to take some time. So okay, got it. So then, if that's the case, for the sake of time, we're just going to kind of fast forward to the funeral, if that's all right with you guys.
Okay.
I'm okay.
I just want to make sure I don't want to steamroll you guys. I want to make sure you guys are able to do what you want to do. But
I thought we were ending
What-
the session, so
Yeah, I thought we were.
yeah,
too.
if it'd be a good stopping point, and I'm going to let you guys explore a little bit more next session for sure. So
Okay.
So the funeral, you guys leave Endsmeet, and there's a river that heads out west. A pretty heavy river that's one of the bridges you go over. You guys head down a little bit more away. There's a boat that's made and handcrafted by the dwarves that same day. Hormac is put inside of it, along with his belongings, including his battle axe, which I think one of you had, right? One of you guys had the battle axe.
No, I think you said that all of his books singed and
Okay.
like destroyed.
Yeah. So then one of them actually is the Prince Hordris who puts his battle axe on there and actually takes off his helmet, puts it on his brother, and goes, You would have been the better prince. You would have been a better king than me. And puts it on, put the helmets on his head. As this happens, the dwarves, their ritual for funeral is different than others. Each one of them puts what appears to be a necklace with a stone. And that stone is very specific and to each dwarf, as that stone is made from the first stone where they have mined. So that first chunk of mine when they're young in Black Rock is a small Black Rock token that they have around their necklace. Each one of them pulls it off and puts it on top of Hormac's body. As the boat drifts off, it is very calming. There's no fire as it just begins to disperse down. And as Prince Hordris steps up, he looks up and says, Almighty deity, Glengarry Silverbeard, please look upon Hormac as he moves to the great beyond and joins you. And as he does, you see a lightning bolt basically slam down from the sky, hitting the boat as it lights on fire and begins to float away. And for a brief moment, you can feel a very light, good deity that's all watching you. Especially you, Karst. You feel like this kind of like, whoa. Very similar to Selûne, but just a lot more powerful. And as the boat drifts away, Prince Hordris looks at the rest of you and goes, he's at peace. Now, in his honor, we will drink until we cannot stand tonight. Let's go.
I'm going to take an arrow out of a quiver, dip it in oil. I'm going to lay it on my bow, point the direction towards like sunset, light the arrow on fire, pull it back. I'm going to whisper in Elvish, may those feet who fall in battle find strides greater than length, and release the arrow.
I think it's probably the nicest way we could possibly end a session in the 26 episodes that we've done. So that's a great stopping point.
Honestly, can I say something? This has been the most easy flowed episode we've ever had.
Everyone's been very eager to play.
I think so. we were all thinking like, all right, we're gonna say tonight because we didn't think about this until tonight.
With that being said, you guys will be headed. You guys will start with you guys walking back through the gate, heading back towards the tavern.
We don't get to play beer pong.
You guys can head back. I'm just saying, like when you get next session. So
okay. Sorry, I thought you meant like
for those that no, it's still night. You still got to do stuff.
Cool.
So those that drop by, thank you for dropping by, and until next time, thanks for joining us.
Is that the sign off?
I don't know. I
We
never
don't
know.
know anymore.